getting to see Kelly Slater once again here at Jeffreys Bay, holding a narrow lead over Barramamea at the moment. These two have met in competition already this year in a really great showdown at Pipeline.
Yeah, and here they are again at Jeffreys Bay in perfect conditions. Again, the forecasters cooperated for them to get together and surf in some fantastic waves, so let's see how they battle it out.
Also entering the lineup now, Callum Robson and Jackson Baker, the second time in as many events that these two have come together, and Callum getting the jump on Jackson in the round of 16 over there in Rio. Getting on the attack and repeatedly throwing your board up into those critical sections. Matt McGilvray did it beautifully in the opening round. He was the highest scoring surfer on day one. And we're going to see someone, I think, turn the volume up at some point in the competition today and drop a couple of big 9-point rides. Maybe it's going to be Callum Robson. He's just biding his time at the moment, waiting for this wave to slow up. Has those nice deep rail turns he can lean into. Hooks one off the top, gets a little sloppy. He knows that that's not going to be good enough to turn the heat in his favour against Jackson Baker.
And you'll have a nice slice in your foot as we see up and riding.
Well, Slater's got 14 minutes to get back out there. Still lots of time for Callum Robson and Jackson Baker, and Callum up at the moment. Great extension through that first turn. Pushing hard on the tail on manoeuvre number 2. Huge combo to get started here for the rookie, who's having a stellar year. He's coming off the back of a couple of quarterfinal finishes in El Salvador and Rio, and that was a well put together ride, and got a little bit more aggressive on that second turn, didn't he?
Yeah, I like his approach. Even though he fell then, he'll throw it all at the wave and go high risk every time. And to win Sunset, that's what he did. And as we see, Jackson Baker slow in his last heat, but getting a bit of a start here.
Yeah, well, Callum Robson had a 5.67 on that last ride, so Jackson's looking for a response. He doesn't want to lose pace here. Wants to stay right in this battle. A little bit of a wobble there, but still has room down the line to save this score and get a couple of big high-impact turns done. And this section is just detonating on the inside.
Go back to work.
Seeing the replay of Jackson's ride now, Luke, and well, it's going to be pretty close to what Callum Robson put up on his second ride.
Yeah, it is. There was a couple of nice turns on the outside. It had a lot of whitewater on this wave from the bigger set. But re-watching this, he did get some good work done on the outside before he hit the inside. But it was a really awkward fall. Gets into the lip one more time. A little bit. This was here really awkward the way he went into that.
And he gets vaporised right behind him though, Callum Robson. He gets an opportunity. We'll see the start of this ride in a moment as he looks to line things up. Will this wave barrel? He's going to not wait for it. He's going to hit the lip and now thinks about tucking in, but the wave shuts down, so he'll head back out. Kelly Slater's back at the takeoff zone now, and he's going to be hanging on to priority and still going to have that lead with Barramamea's last ride not really factoring in here.
Jersey completely off. I feel like Callum's got the upper hand at the moment. He's just reading these conditions, not only his wave selection, but his turn selection and where he's doing the turn. He's hitting the steep part of the wave and he's picking nice green open face, and every turn he seems to get more into it.
Just a noticeable difference in how much speed they're carrying at the moment. I think just from coming and watching this event, and you've seen it too, you know, there's...
You know, he made the cut. Both these guys made the cut, and yeah, Callum's just been learning on the fly and doing a great job of it.
This is Jackson Baker on the replay. These guys are so close in their scores at the moment. It's just a slight edge that Callum Robson has at this stage.
They both look like a similar kind of surfer to me, you know. They look like, I don't know if they're probably not from the same area, but they both seem like they come up against each other often and they surf very similar. So I like these two guys, and yeah, they've been ripping the whole year.
Luke, you like your Aussie muscle cars, but Callum Robson and Jackson Baker, they're still locking horns at the moment, and this is Callum's last ride, 4.83. What have you made of the rookies' performances this year, Frank?
Yeah, unbelievable. You know, I'd never really heard of him before, and yeah, crazy to see someone surf so good with no stickers on their board and just absolutely shredding. Yeah.
There's a couple of stickers there, mate. Just the little ones, though. He needs that big backing, and the way he's been surfing and just how confident and headstrong and determined he is, Luke. I'm sure someone's going to see that opportunity soon.
Such a blessing to have the rain. There's such a drought here in this area, and we really need the rain, so it's a blessing all around.
Beautiful stuff. Well, here we go. Callum riding high, loading up, a lot of speed to use on this first big wall. And he just glides through the opening manoeuvre and looks to set up something a bit more aggressive here. Another clean swoop off the top. Just really patient off the bottom, and it's giving him a perfect read off the top. Love the variation there, kicking on the tail, getting some release. And this wave looks like it's starting to double up on the inside. And it's going to hit this inside reef and really start to load up, throws, but closes out, unfortunately. And he's not going to get a whole lot of points, but some nice, smooth, big turns on the outside.
It's a hard wave to surf well if you haven't surfed too often. And here we go. Here's a good replay. And, you know, you keep wanting to race and do a turn, but you kind of have to restrain yourself and, you know, put it in the pocket like that. Wow, that's a beautiful turn. I think he's probably going to get a good score. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. He made something of that third section too, didn't he? The wave was flattening out, but the depth of the bottom turn just gave him that option.
Yeah, it did. And he's so smooth. He's so smooth out of the bottom and just got some variation.
Opportunity as it steepens up down the line. And, you know, in retrospect, Callum maybe would have pushed a bit harder and put some more risk into those opening turns, as we see the replay of Jackson Baker, who was right behind him. Read the wave beautifully. Let's firstly have a look at the replay of what Jackson got done on the outside section here.
A few little slip-ups by Jackson, catching the rail there, but that's a nicer turn. And he's been catching these whitewatery waves as well, which doesn't help. It's really hard to see the contour of the face. There it is. That's cleaning up now, and his turn's looking better. Just carving through. Still think Callum's got the better of him. Just maybe that green open face, the judges like it, and it does allow you to get on rail and show some more commitment.
It's probably hard to choose the right wave when it's absolutely firing. You've got to be, you know, have quite a bit of knowledge. And yeah, let's see what he can do here.
Well, this might be the heat. Callum Robson with the lead. Only 3 seconds to go. He's going to take this one right through to the inside, and it'll give him the opportunity to, again, just work this wave out as he drives up into the pocket here. Nice big jam there, really extending that rail turn into the point of release, really, and a lot of power unloaded as he works this one over. This might be his best wave. He can finish it off with a bang, and a great floating re-entry there, and that's going to feel good, and that should kiss the 5.67 goodbye and give him a pretty healthy heat score total here as this one comes to a close. He's going to get the jump on his good friend Jackson Baker.